everyone, so this makeup tutorial is gonna be in celebration of Chinese New Year / Valentine's Day. I kept into the theme of red. Chinese New Year red symbolizes good luck, and obviously in Valentine's Day it symbolizes love. So it's a very intense red look. I did try and break up the reds a bit, so you know, not a lot of people can pull off red. I definitely can't pull off red. So to make it more user-friendly and stuff, I kind of broke the red apart. But yeah, so if you want to know how to achieve this Chinese New Year inspired look, then just keep on watching. As always, I've already applied my foundation, concealer, yada yada yada. So for foundation, I used Rimmel's Match Perfect foundation. The way I like to apply my foundation is I like to use a pretty thick buffing brush, and I just stipple that all over my face, ensuring that there is no streak marks or anything. This gives me better coverage, I find, especially along my acne scarring and stuff. And then because of that, it also allows me to skip out on the concealing step, because the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation is a light to medium coverage, I find, but it has a dewy finish, which I love. Before setting my face, I wanted to go in with a cream bronzer to help bring color to my face and to start the contouring process. The cream bronzer I chose to use is NARS's Multiple, and this is in the shade Laguna. It looks really dark and really intense, but once you blend the shade out, it gives you such a gorgeous bronze gold. So I just applied this onto, you know, the usual areas where I do apply my contour and my bronzer, so hollows of my cheeks, sort of down the side of my nose, tip of my nose, temples, and jawline. And then I just blended it out with a brush to make sure that there are no harsh lines. I also went in with a cream blush to just help with the blush coloring process kind of thing. And I chose Maui. Again, this is a NARS multiple stick, and I simply applied this onto the apples of my cheeks and took a stippling brush and just blended that color out. Once I was happy with how everything looks, I set everything with Ben Nye's Banana Luxury Powder. I just did a really light sweeping of it all over my face because I do tend to have oily skin, but I wanted to still have some of that dewiness shine through, so a light sweep helped keep my face matte without looking overly oily, and it still helped the glowiness and dewiness from those products shine through. I applied the finishing touches to my face by using Maybelline's Define-a-brow eyebrow pencil, and normally I don't use pencils, you know, I always use that brow gel from Laura Mercier, but I decided that I wanted to kind of change things up a bit. I just lightly filled in my eyebrows, and then I took an angled brush to blend it out so that there's no obvious pencil streaks or anything. The eye look's gonna be pretty shimmery, like the face is already glowy and dewy, so I wanted the eyes to kind of match the face without really overdoing it. For primer, I used Urban Decay's Primer Potion, and this is in Sin. It's a gorgeous shimmery champagne shade, and I applied this all the way up to my brow bone and all over my eyelid, of course. Using a really dense Real Techniques brush. I'm not sure if this is a eye brush or if it was a face brush, I totally forgot. But basically with that brush, I'm picking up a bit of that cream bronzer we used on our face, and I am just placing that color into the crease, blending it all along, and I'm pulling the color up towards my eyebrows as well. We're now gonna start playing with reds on our face. This look is gonna use a bit of true red and a variety of peaches and pinks just to balance out the intensity that is the, you know, red that we're going to use now. And that red is from Concrete Minerals. It is their matte eyeshadow in Risque. It's a very bright red color, which is really intimidating. With this color, I applied it onto the outer V of my eyes and blended that shade inwards all along the crease. I blended the red also into that brown to kind of give it a bit of transition so the red didn't look too red. Taking MAC's eyeshadow in Pink Venus, it's a peach-ish pinkish shade. And with this, I am applying it to the outer third of my eyes, just where that matte red ended. This helped kind of transition the red towards the lighter, so it wasn't just a harsh transition between red and then a really light color. Taking a really shimmery pink shade, This is Smashbox's single eyeshadow in Golden Orchid. I am applying this basically onto the rest of the inner corners of my eyes, and I'm blending it into the pink Venus and red eyeshadow that we applied on before. To brighten up the inner parts of my eyes and to give my eyes the illusion of being more wide awake and, you know, just brighter and bigger and stuff, I went in with Urban Decay's Sin and applied that onto the inner corners of my eyes. From the same palette, I picked up the shade Virgin and applied that shade into underneath my brows as a highlight. By this step, I thought there was just way too much reds going on the eyes, and I wanted to break the red up a bit so it didn't look too, I don't know, red, over dramatic. Do you know what I mean? And again, with the Naked Palette one and this black shade in Creep, I applied that onto the outer V of my eyes. I then lined my lower lash line with that matte red color we used at the very beginning of this look, which is Concrete Minerals single matte eyeshadow in Risque. I also thought that, you know, it just didn't look quite right and there's still a bit too much red. I kind of went in again with Creep from the Naked One palette and intensified the black a bit more, and I added a bit more of that matte red shade to ensure that the red didn't completely disappear. I really hope that makes sense, but it's kind of like a balancing act. So I applied the matte red color, then I intensified the black, and I kind of winged it just to get that perfect balance of red and black. To line my top lash line, I used Givenchy's eye pencil in Magic Kajal. This is a chubby, and it looks really gross, but this is basically a chubby eyeliner pencil, and I just ran a eyeliner brush through it and used that eyeliner brush to line the top of my lash line. I did it so it gave me more control for when I drew the line, and you know, it was just easier instead of using the whole chubby stick to line my lash line. I also dragged the liner slightly past where my natural eyes ended to give my eyes a more elongated shape. To finish off the overall eye look, I applied some pretty dramatic eyelashes. These were the ones from eBay, and it has different lengths of individual eyelashes. It has long ones, small ones. Gives you the illusion of volumized lashes as well as like long thick lashes. When I applied it, I followed the line that I drew on my eyes, so where my line ended, which was longer than my natural eyes, that was where I stuck the end of the eyelash. This just makes it look a tad bit more natural and, you know, plays into the whole illusion of bigger, longer, you know, eyes. I then applied mascara. The mascara I used is Bobbi Brown's Lash Glamour Extreme Lengthening Mascara. So I applied this onto the lashes to kind of marry the false and natural lashes together. I wanted my lips to be bubblegum pink, and with that in mind, I topped my lips up with Revlon's Colorburst Lip Butter in Cotton Candy. Keeping in line with the bubblegum pink lips, I wanted a bubblegum pink shade on my cheeks as well, so I went in with MAC's blush. This is in Sweetness, and I did a light sweeping of this all along my cheeks. And that is all for this tutorial. Kong Hei Fat Choi. For those of you who celebrate Chinese New Year, I hope you guys have a prosperous new year ahead. And for those born in the year of the horse, make this your year. Also, I'll be hosting a very exciting giveaway on my channel sometime in the beginning of February. Be sure not to miss out on that. Subscribe to my channel. So I'll see you guys in my next video.